Greetings to you, my brothers and sisters. Here we come with another wonderful topic, and this topic is none other than the sign of a distorted gospel. And here are the few reasons why we need to discuss that. First of all, they come with that lies that Christianity was brought to us by Western, and it's a Western religion, and blah blah blah. After we prove to them beyond reasonable doubts that yes, no, that one is a big lie. Christianity, in fact, existed in Africa even before the Europeans and Western even start making more sense out of it. Now they come with another lie that Christianity is someone's business. And here again, we want to debunk that and said, no, it's not anybody's business. But I understand with you though, in this case, they have some element of truth when you look at it in the light of the false prophets and false teachers and false pastors that we have in Africa, especially in Nigeria. So if you look at it in that regard, you definitely have no reason than to come to the conclusion that Christianity is someone's business, but it is not. So here are the signs you will understand when somebody is making Christianity a business or when somebody is really doing the actual work of God. So the sign of a distorted gospel, the sign of a distorted gospel. When you see these signs, run away. And when you see this sign in somebody, do not stereotype. Do not stereotype. Yes, we know that there are other people who are making Christianity as purely business. And even the Bible acknowledged them. And the Bible called them false prophets and false teachers. As a matter of fact, let me even read to you in 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 3. And in their greed, they will exploit you with false word. Their condemnation from long ago is not idle, and their destruction is not asleep. This is in 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 3. If you read the context from 2 Peter from chapter 2, it starts talking about false prophets. But false prophet also arose among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you, who will secretly bring a destructive heresies, even denying the master who bought them, bringing upon themselves swift destruction, and many will follow their sensuality, and because of them the way of truth will be blasphemed. Because of them, the way of the truth will be blasphemed. So because of the false prophet, now all the pastors and prophets in the world now get a stereotype, and they are called businessmen and women because of false prophet. So the Bible already clarified that there will be this kind of people. So I am not blaming you, but I am still blaming you for not reading the Bible for yourself. If you are following them, you definitely are going to be misled. If you are following them, not Christ who called us. It is Christ that we have to follow, not people. But you choose to follow prophets and people, and that is why you come to the conclusion it's someone's business. Okay, sign number one, like I said in previous videos, they will not bother about sin. They will not preach to you about sin. In fact, let me tell you, one of the biggest signs is they will always make you feel comfortable in your sin. So they will not bother about your sinful. Do anything, come as you are and go back as you are. Christ's method, come as you are, be transformed, go back as light. False prophet, come as you are, go back as you are. Period. Nothing more. As far as you're giving them tithes, as far as you're giving them offering, as far as you're sowing seed, you're a good person. Go and do your fornication, go and steal, go and rob, go and do anything. In fact, even kidnapping, go and do. They don't care if you give them tithe, offering, sowing a seed. It's okay for them. That's a very, very big sign that you are following a distorted gospel. If your man of God, so-called man of God, does not frown at sin, if your so-called man of God does not teach you how to flee from sin, brothers and sisters, you're following a distorted gospel. Sign number two, these teachers and prophets, they've always focused on Old Testament. You hardly see them preach in the New Testament, especially the Sermon on the Mount. It's a no-go area for them. You hardly, if you spend 1 year in a church and the preacher does not preach from any passages among the Sermon on the Mount, my brother, be careful. If your preacher is always focusing on the Old Testament, be careful. Do you know why? The New Testament comprises a difficult topic. In the Old Testament, Hypocrites can follow the teachings in the Old Testament and fully abide with them. But in the New Testament, hypocrites cannot. So that is why they don't even bother about reading the New Testament. In fact, if they will do it, they will just select one verse and just read it out of context and focus on prosperity. Have you ever seen a false prophet preaching about Lazarus and the rich man? They will not preach to you. They will not even go to those verses, because those verses will expose them. Look at how poor was Lazarus. In fact, he was battling with dogs to eat the crumbs that fall from the rich man's table. And this is a man of God for you. The man that died and straight goes to Abraham's bosom. But look at how he lived a life in this earth, the most richest life. False prophet doesn't want that kind. So if they only focus and center on earthly prosperity, be careful with them. Number 3, the false prophets, or when you are under a distorted gospel, the preacher of that gospel is richer than everybody. I'm not saying that they should not be rich. I have a lot of friends who are pastors and who are doing business, and I myself am doing business. And I keep telling all my students in Bible schools that, listen, do not ever depend on church to sponsor your ministry. Do not ever depend on church to do that. Hustle for yourself and sponsor your own ministry. And many of them are happy with that, and they're doing it. And I myself, I'm hustling for myself. Whether church pays me or not, I do ministry happily. So the fact that they're doing their own business and they're prospering is not a problem. But the fact that they're extorting you and they're richer than everyone, my brother, it's a problem. If your pastor is having a private jet and the members are struggling to pay a rent, there's a problem. Let's stop there. We can continue more if time permits.